we get to learn the stories behind some of the young creatives who are within the media industry. Now, today's guest, I have Atsokofatso by Design, who is a model as well as a stylist, but most importantly, he is a fashion designer, and as well as Tebe, who's a photographer and a filmmaker. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
I'm so excited to have you guys in studio.
Definitely.
It's exciting. So I want us to start. I want you guys to tell us a bit about yourselves. This is now, like your photography and design aside. I just want to get the sense of who are you, like where do you guys come from, your background, like just a brief, a brief introduction of where you guys come from. We can start with you, Tsokofatso.
Okay, so where I come from, I was born in Vosloorus, grew up in Davidson, currently moved into Katlehong, that's where I work currently. And yeah, I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So, and you?
I was born and bred in a small town called Zirest in the northwest, but now I'm staying at Togoza in the east. With my nigga.
Oh, so you guys are here for the gold.
Yeah, you're my neighbor actually.
Yeah,
you guys are here for the gold.
Yeah, we're here for the gold. So I've been doing photography for some time, for about 10 years. I'm into social photography, I'm into campaigns, I'm into product shoots. That's what I do. But sometimes I'm more into film and television. Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice.
So I want us to start, in terms of your photography and as well as your fashion design, where did it come from? Did you see somebody maybe at home who used to take pictures at wedding events, or with you, did you see maybe like certain trends which was of interest of you? Like how did it become like come about? Because I know with some people they say my parents always wanted me to be a doctor, so hence I'm ending up in the medical field. So how did it happen for you guys?
For me, I used to study acting at City Varsity. So acting was my major and film was my minor. So when I was struggling to get jobs, I said, what else can I do? Then I moved to photography. Then photography became a thing,
Oh, so you're an actor?
I am an actor, but I'm not focused on acting.
Yeah, but you studied acting. So
yes.
you're an actor. Oh, interesting.
I'm a qualified actor. Let's just put it that way.
So would you consider being like taking like an acting job if you had the
Not
opportunity?
now.
Not now.
Behind the scene, I'm happy.
Oh, so this is not your scene. You wanna be behind.
I wanna be behind the scene.
Okay. No, and you
with me, it's really a funny story. It happened when I was 16, high school, grade 10. So in my school, they didn't want any more like fundraising events or what so not. So I written a proposal, sent it to my principal, and I was kind of the first person after 5 years to be accepted to host an event at school. So this is where the drama begins now. I go back home, realize, okay, say, yo, bro, your event can be in 2 weeks' time. I say, I was like, prop, I go back home, I didn't have clothes. Oh, okay, what am I gonna wear now? So I had a white jean and I bought a white top and a cap. And my uncle was selling a pawn shop, so I went there to take a fabric paint, and I painted the whole fabric, the whole clothes in blue. I remember there was blue and white. Yeah, I remember that. And then from there, I started getting interested in clothes. I was like, okay, because of the remarks that I got from school. From school, Friday, you this boy, yo, apere pila ene. Monday, you're like, I want my homework. It's the way no pila akating, that type of vibe. And then, I think a month later, my mom got a sewing machine because my mom was a domestic worker.
Okay, sorry, was it for you? Or
No.
So your mom also is a tailor.
I'm still going there.
Okay.
So she got this machine because her boss was leaving the country, so there are a couple of things she couldn't like take overseas. So she left a couple of things to her. So when she left it, when my mom came with it, I actually thought it was for my grandmother because she was the one who was doing curtains at work. And then I was like, yo, mom, where does this come from? Like, no, it's mine. I was given this and this and that. I took it. At that time, I didn't know how to use a sewing machine. I was playing with it, and then I broke it, got another one. yeah, it was a journey. And then I sat back and then I thought of it that in this journey, how am I gonna make it as a designer? That's when modeling came in, because I was like, let me be a model so that I understand the fundamentals of the people that I'm gonna work with, so that I have a better relationship with them. And it's not a matter of you don't know how it is to be a model, because if I know how to be a model and I know how to be a designer, I would understand the two parties and know how to collaborate the two.
Okay, no, interesting. So I want us to go back a bit in terms of the careers you guys chose. I know in the black community, there's sort of like our parents are a bit rigid in terms of careers, ne? I think all of them want like you should be a nurse or you should be a police. So how did it come across when you first said, actually, mom, I want to go to an art school. I don't want to go, how did they take it?
For me, it was a thing of you are born a storyteller. You're always telling stories. You're always in front of other kids doing the things,
Oh, so they started from that.
It started from that,
Oh, okay.
So now, for me, it's all about telling a story. If I can get a platform to express myself as a storyteller, I will express myself. So if I'm behind the cam, I can still tell the story.
Yeah.
I can still tell an actor what to do, because I'm also an actor. So it's that thing. And in terms of convincing them that you can make a career out of it, it's now proving yourself by putting in the work. Once they start seeing you, TV, newspaper,
it's encouraging.
they're getting validation. No, yeah.
So for me, how can I put it? My mom is open-minded, because I've lost my father at a very young age, so I don't know how he could have taken it.
Yeah.
So about my mom, she was very open about it, because I was literally sewing every day. When I get back from school, I like, okay, homework vele, we shapa class vele, we get
When
back.
you get back home.
Yeah, when you get back home, unamela machini, lap, that type of vibe. And then I felt like they started believing, because when I was in grade 12, David Lally was hosting a fashion show. Yeah, David Lally and the Interns, I think that was their last show. So Neiliko fostered us. I went for casting, mind you, Kiamola as a model, I get there, it's already giant. Yo, I'm so short. Okay, cool.
And I'm sure you thought you were tall before you saw other people.
No, I knew because I'm a 0.2 meters short of being a model. Imagine.
Yeah, you are
almost there, but I won't get there.
Just an inch.
That's the thing. And then I went for it. I made it out of plus 500 people that went for the casting, because they took about 100 people. And then I went in as a dresser, and others went in as models. And then that's when I met supposedly by Masang, who then later became my mentor. I interned under him. I learned a bit more about fashion from him. I can say he played a big role in my journey. And then from there, after internship, same year, mind you, we had these Sunday classes go Rosebank for physics and mathematics. So after those classes, go cinema. When other kids go back home, I used to go to my internship, work. And then the following year, same year, I got an offer to showcase in Cape Town. When the following year, I was like, okay, now I'm ready. I can go to Cape Town to showcase. When I went to Cape Town and showcased, I feel like that's when they started to believe that actually he's really going far, because he's doing things now, going places, Yes, and then I feel like what verified it that Tshekgona is really a designer is when last year, when they created this competition called Gauteng Fashion Clan. I went in, competed. It's a long story, but then to cut it short, I won first prize.
Wow,
then winning it, I was like, now.
And also, you can. I think it also gave you a bit of validation to say I'm actually in the right direction.
It has given me that, but then I'm also kind of grateful not going to school for it, because I don't see myself great, because as a giant, when you look at the mirror, you shouldn't see a giant, you know.
I want us to tap into that action. Do you guys think, you know, in the arts, I feel like it's talent. You should have talent to an extent.
Yes.
Do you guys think it's important to go to school, or do you think talent only is enough?
I wouldn't say it's important to teach yourself only, because when you go to school, it's like you're learning history about it or by other people who have done it, meaning you're shortcutting the journey, I think.
Okay,
For me, when it comes to education, there's different perspectives, but it serves the same purpose, for you to be more knowledgeable, or for you to be more skilled. So it's up to you personally whether you want to learn and grow yourself, whether you get it formally or informally. But the process is you are learning and you're growing. So it's pretty much the same. If you can afford studying, go for it. If you can learn from the street, do it.
Yes.
You know, because now with the creative process, we see your work. Sero's work, we see it.
True, yeah.
My films, you see them. My photographs, you see them. So if I buy there, you can tell.
Also, it's not the same as in corporate, where you need to like constantly be presenting. I would feel that you constantly need to be presenting your certificates to say, I have this and this. Your work speaks for itself. Like Tebe says.
Yeah, I think so.
It's worse.
To an extent.
Yeah.
It's worse. It's worse than
Yeah.
in medicine. You qualify, you practice.
Yes.
With us, you are as good as your last credit.
You need
Yeah,
to prove
definitely.
yourself.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you need to prove yourself.
Definitely.
If I do something, if I've been amazing for the past 9 years, and on the 10th year I do work stuff, I'm work.
Yeah.
Because my last credit I was work. But as a doctor, you can make few mistakes there and there,
You
and
can make up for it.
You know, you can make up for it. With us, nah.
It's a one-shot
You
thing.
buy it.
You're out of the system.
You have to make up.
So what is that one thing you guys wish you had known before you tapped into your respective professions? Like that one thing you wish someone would have set you down and said, actually, be prepared for 1, 2, 3. What is the one thing?
I wouldn't say
That's
I
a
would
good
want to know that one thing, because it kind of would have disrupted me in this journey of learning. Because once you're aware of something, you become more prepared of it, meaning when you go through it, you're no longer learning from it, because now you're using somebody else's experience, which is in some ways it will break you in the long-term run, because you've never experienced that certain type of pain, you know, for example, you know. But then, like, I'm glad I didn't know more stuffs. But then one thing I'll tell you, in this field that I'm in, is blood, sweat, and tears. It's a cycle. You know how I break the cycle is that blood is like hard work. You know, it has to be in you. You understand? Sweat and tears. Tears is we have two certain types of tears: tears of joy and tears of pain. You know. So, and what is blood, sweat, and tears? Right? It's blood is in you. Sweat is the hard work, and tears is the result. Meaning, how you play around this circle is that you need to know when you go to tears, you know, of sorrow. You know, when you go again in that circle, the tears that you're gonna find are tears of joy. You know. It's a mentality of saying never give up.
Never
you know,
give
things
up.
change.
Okay, and you tell me, what do you is there anything that you wish you had known?
I think it's entitlement, and that success doesn't have a final destination.
Sure,
You
yes.
achieve this today, tomorrow now you want to achieve this, and it doesn't end. It's a continuing process. You know, if yesterday you were able to do this, or you were successful at this level or whatever, tomorrow there's still something that you can do. So for me, when I got into the industry, I thought that if I can take a picture that's dope, I'm done. I'm gonna get everything. Then I took that dope picture. Then I'm still here. What else?
Yeah.
So now it's a thing of change of perspective. Every day we push.
Okay, in that sense, would you guys then agree with me that you constantly need to grow? So you cannot be stagnant. You can't say, like you say, you can't say I've taken this photograph of a certain person, now I've made it. Do you think you constantly need to up your level?
I mean, the world is changing. Why stay constant?
It goes without saying.
Yeah.
You need to keep on adapting, keep on, improving, keep on growing, keep on learning new stuff, keep on doing new affiliation, new association, like even today I just met Seho.
Yeah.
It could be
It's a
a
connection,
new
yeah,
it
it's a
could be a new
possible
affiliation,
connection,
that kind of a thing. So it is what it is. Until we die, we tell our stories.
Yeah, I mean, like, also to tap on that, also to add, I feel like if ever I won Gauteng Fashion Glam first prize, then I was like, this is it. I'm the big shit right now in Gauteng. Nobody can tell me anything. I don't think I would have been nominated in the Sapnas Awards because it happened so fast. I was like, okay, because I was so calm about winning because I wanted to study my win, so that I know how to move next. Because a lot of people win and then it ends there. That goes without saying that it's up to you, not what people are gonna give you power, but then they won't give you the ability to use that power. It's up to you.
Okay, that's very interesting. Toko. I want us now to tap into finances. Finance is the big elephant in the room. The reason why I want us to tap a bit into it, is because let's say I'll make an example, your traditional jobs. There's a constant salary that you get. You know for certain that in this date I'm getting this much money. But from a business perspective, let's say if you owning, for example, you are your own boss. How do you make sure that you keep afloat? How do you make sure that you plan for your finances so that, because it's you depend on business, so to speak, so you need business to have money. So how do you deal with that as an artist or as a creative? How do you tackle the aspect of finances?
With me, it's having multiple streams of income, not being dependent on the clothes that I sell, because the clothes that I sell, I think they are more into hood couture, occasional wear, so it hasn't really popped out that much, meaning I'm not making as much sales as I'll be making, let's say, in the next coming 5 years, meaning I'll need to find something to fund my dreams, meaning I'll have to have multiple streams of income that goes with styling, music videos, photo shoots, creative direction, conceptual shoots, planning them on, the story behind them, and graphic design, because I've tapped into it a bit, because I create my own fabrics, and also DJs, artists, they love to have to wear their name as a brand. So I kind of tap into that also. As an artist, I take you and I brand you and create clothes for you.
Okay, so after all of that,
Yes.
do you believe in saving, or is it whenever the bread is there, it's there, we deal with it?
I believe in investment, meant to say. So it kind of falls in between, because when you're investing, it means you spending that money, you won't have it, meaning I'm not saving it, and I think.
And Tab, what are your thoughts?
So with finance is the most significant part of you being a business, being a product, being a service, So the most important thing when it comes to finance, it's obviously pricing, What's the value of my work? I always make sure that
do you find those people that are like, okay, how much is this? You give them a quote and they're like, but Mang does it with the 2% less.
No, I don't do that.
Is it?
Yeah, when you start, it's always like that, but then there's industry standards, so I always refer them to. I always say, if you want to know how much it costs for an amateur photographer or a semi-professional or professional, just go to the site. You'll understand.
Better.
Look at their work and look at my work. Then you'll understand. It goes back to what we were saying earlier on. The proof is in the pudding, or the eating is in the whatever it is.
The proof is in the pudding, true.
Yeah. So you see my work, you already know what I'm dealing with.
And the
so I'm not going to negotiate with you. You can see my work. So it's up to you as a photographer or as a fashion designer or whatever to now compromise your business or compromise yourself by giving people cheaper prices or whatever. Then you're compromising yourself, And again, from that price, you already know that you're covering all the cost and you're profiting from it. So with that little profit that you make comes now you being wise and you saving and you investing more into yourself to expand yourself, but it's a very tricky one, because the most important thing about it, again, it's discipline, because we can sit here and talk about it and he can't they know we know how when it comes beggars, lifestyle, we're going out.
But then
So
also, I feel like that point also taps into like the financial side of things as a creative director, because like you would come to me and like you disregarding the years of experience trying to learn what I've accomplished along the years and the struggle. I feel like that's where the value comes from. You doing that every day and having that experience and knowing how to deal with certain things. And also, I don't really like clients that negotiate price, because like they're affecting me as a creative, because like you want to give me the price that you think is suitable for me, but it's not suitable for my needs.
Okay, so it means do you work with standard prices to say if a pair of jeans is 800, it's 800?
No, I work with the time that I've spent thinking of that design and creating that design, the patterns that I've used, the quality that I'm using, and the result that came out and how I feel about it. That's what I use.
Okay, in terms of you, let's say someone, sorry to interrupt you. Let's say someone comes, actually, I would believe there's a bit of editing that you also do. So what if I took pictures from someone there, go small street, and now I see that actually the quality is not really like up to standard, but I'm trying to cut costs on my side, right? So I come to you and I'm like, can you please edit these for me?
No,
do you work like that?
You're compromising yourself. So you should be structured. You see now the problem with us young businesses and young upcoming creatives, that's where there are some things that are golden rules. You can't compromise them. If you have a structure of how you price your things, you stick to it.
Yeah, that's it.
If you know your values here, you stick to it. Because the minute now you start trying to negotiate and whatnot, you're gonna get confused yourself. Imagine a client walks in today, wants me to do a 1 hour session with them. And then today I'm charging 5 rand, tomorrow I'm charging 10 rands.
Yeah.
So what's my spreadsheet gonna say? My finances are gonna be confused. I'm not gonna even be able to say, okay, this is my target for a month, for me to know that I've made profit, for me to know that I can be able to save as well, then I'm in it to lose, financially, But some of the kids now are just pushing passion, it's all about that. But if you are really in it for as a businessman or as an entrepreneur, that's what you need to stick to, your structure and all that. And you must also remember, as you grow into the industry, you need to understand there's a difference between a businessman and a busy man. So most of us creatives, we like being busy. But not being in business, So business means I get paid. I didn't shoot 5 clients. I shot 1 client and I got what I wanted.
The value for it, yeah.
Exactly.
So how do you stay relevant?
No, it's not about relevance anymore.
No, like I'm just asking in terms of it, or you don't care about being relevant.
There's a time where you prove yourself. There's a time where you put in the work until you're at a certain point. Like Tsego now has done. You've paid your dues. I can't come and make you feel now that you are at some competition or you are some upcoming. If you can do a product, you can do a product. I can see right now you are well styled and everything. So why do I need to question it? It comes back to me now undermining your work.
That makes sense.
No, that's very valid. I want us now to talk about technology. For example, I will. You know how everything now is done. For example, we have these cell phones now that take pictures. I don't want to mention brands. Do you think that such cell phones or such advanced technology is replacing you guys as traditional photographers? And for your side, I know that your garments are you do like special things, even your printings and your designs. They are specifically things that you deal with. It's not like easily accessible. But the truth is, we all know, in fashion, what you create now, if it becomes popular, chances are 2 weeks from now we'll find it go small street.
But then
and like a replica of it. So how do you guys think such things affect you guys as creatives? In terms of, do you think it will replace you guys, or does it compromise the value of your things?
I feel like it doesn't affect anything. Because like you find something in small street, but then your target market won't go to small street. You know, it's like they giving you a bridge to a certain target market that can't reach to you. Because like if a certain pair of jeans, for example, is like 600, and like a certain target can't afford it, meaning those people will never buy that pair of jeans. So how does it affect you? Whereby probably I don't see it affecting you, but then in some ways there's a blessing in disguise, because those people can afford you, and now they can like promote you further, you know. But then the quality I won't be happy about.
In terms of cell phones and other, you know, forms of technology things, do you think it's replacing the traditional photography route?
I don't know if my answer is gonna be, you know, if it's gonna hit home. So now, remember, we are called creatives. We always create. So there's always elements of uniqueness in us. So even if you can create the best phone in the world, now whatever equipment I use to take a picture, there needs to be a level of creativity that comes in, that still say this is me as a skilled person, as a knowledgeable person. So that's why, again, earlier on we said you keep on adapting, because you work from yourself, you work from what you have, you know?
Also what you know,
and also what you know. So if you bring that whatever phone it is, I'll just mention a ridiculous Omo 4. You can bring that Omo 4, but still I'm still gonna apply all the experience that I have and edit with that, you know. But I can't say it affects us, but it, you know, it upscales us to a certain level, because again, that's also part of the game. If AI comes, if technology comes, you need to adapt. And you need to go back again to pricing, you know, add up.
And
new garments, add up.
I feel also technology is playing a big role in terms of fashion, you know, because now we're creating clothes in a different way than they used to create clothes, you know, because right now I can just go into the internet, sketch a design on the internet, then the internet will send me patterns, and then I just print those patterns, meaning I don't have to take those measurements, create my own pattern. I just put those measurements on the website sends me everything, I print it, I cut, I'm done, life is easy.
And you spoke about relevance earlier on. I think that's the relevance we need to talk about, not the relevance of being trendy.
Personally,
but so South African creatives always feel like being relevant is being trendy. No, when you are being relevant is when you know the world is going to fourth revolution. AI is coming in. That's the biggest talk in the whole world.
To make money, you know, in the fourth.
Exactly. You know. So that's the relevance we need to talk about, not trendy.
There's a thin line. There's a thin line between trending and the relevance within your work.
You know.
Okay, so now we're coming to our last question. So my last question to you guys is, how do you guys keep grounded? You guys are in Gauteng, you guys are in Joburg. It's very fast. I will say from my own, because I come from a small town, so Joburg is a bit fast for me. So how do you guys like keep grounded? I mean, I know there's a lot of things as a young person that you want to achieve and all of that. Sometimes you forget your dreams because life gets busy, you need to make ends meet. But how do you guys keep grounded and keep that dream alive, that actually this is where I wanna be, this is why I started this whole thing in the first place?
I think you said an important word. The key word here is why. If you haven't found your why, you wouldn't do it, you know, because why are you doing it? You know, that's the key word, you know. Like, I feel like as creatives, that's one element that's pushing us to work as hard, you know, because you're not doing this for you, but you're doing this for the next generation, you're doing this for your family, you're doing this for the kid in the hood who's just sitting there in the corner and not being passionate about anything. You're doing this for them so that they see, oh shit, we used to chill with Tseho in the corner, look at him now, you know. That's gonna kind of motivate them to like, yo bro, I can't sit right now in the corner, I need to go and do
Do
something,
something,
you
yeah.
know, because like also that also feeds into black people going back and relying into what they are good at and not what the system says they are good at.
Okay.
For me, it's to never stop dreaming, you know, because if you never stop dreaming, you always wanna make your dreams come true.
Yeah.
So it's gonna keep on grounded. So if you have like few dreams, or if you don't know your purpose, you're gonna achieve 1, 2, and then you feel like you said, you feel like you're big, you're done, and then you relax, and you know. And remember, you've got competition,
True.
which is healthy
Yeah.
or unhealthy. It's up to you,
There's
you know.
always-
But if you know, okay, I keep on dreaming and I keep on wanting to make my dream come true, you're gonna push and you're gonna stay grounded.
You touched on some things that kind of touched me,
Oh,
which
now
is
he's bringing out
dreams.
that
Was it dreams and
Purpose.
no. Okay, let me tap on dreams. Probably it will come back.
Mm.
So when you speak about dreams, man, it's like there's this. Okay, I'm talking about my collection now, the upcoming collection. I titled it "Thorona Lady," meaning dreaming stars. You know. So with this collection, and mind you, Naledi, in our culture, Naledi is the name of a female. I'm correct, right?
You are correct.
So hence I made this collection to be a female wear collection only, meaning I'm empowering females to dream, to become stars. Because like going back to school, I once asked a couple of people in my class, and I later discovered that males have more dreams than females. Because a female would feel like, okay, a male is supposed to go out there and work, and I stay at home and take care of the family and kids, you know. I feel like I want to move to a generation whereby females become more independent and start dreaming of the life that they want, other than being dependent of somebody else's dream to create their dream to come to life. And
But
also
in that, do you not think maybe it's the narrative that society has given all of us?
I
Like,
don't
you know, growing
I
up,
don't think
for
it's
most
that.
of us, it was like the mom is taking care of the household, you know, making sure that everyone's life is sorted, and the dad is like, okay, we have this mentality, or I
Okay.
don't know how to call it,
Yeah.
that the man should go out and take care of their family.
Yeah.
Do you not think it's
I'm
something
also-
that comes out from
I'm
that?
also breaking the stereotype, you know. I'm also breaking the stereotype, changing norms, because now times are changing. Why are we getting stuck in the past, you know? Whereby, hence, with how I create my clothes, I'm a very futuristic designer. It means I don't really go back and check how they used to do things, but then I sit down and look at what's the basics
What could
of doing
happen,
everything,
yeah.
and look at the way I can improve it, and then from there I'll go back and check if ever they have done it before. If they have never done it, that's when I create that garment.
And that qualifies you to be a creative,
True.
because now you're running away from
What has been
patriarchy.
created. Yes.
You're running away from ideology of life. You know, you come in. That's why now that thing of being unique comes in.
Yeah.
That's why they always say we are crazy, or we are
Yes.
on something, or
Yeah.
maybe we're using drugs or whatever. You know, it's because now we are unique thinkers.
Yes,
we are
think
really
out of the box.
creative. You know,
And I feel like the amount of energy that we draw, we're attracting, makes us different from people, because like we seem as abnormal. Hence, I love to use the word abnormal. It takes away crazy, because crazy is a different concept. But then we are abnormal. It means we are above normal.
Think beyond.
We are above normal. Yes, it means we're not your normal, typical people.
Mm.
Meaning, because if ever I was normal, I was gonna create normal stuff.
Something that we all used
Yes,
to, yeah.
but then in order to be unique, you need to think unique.
that's why most creatives struggle from a normal lifestyle.
Yes.
Yeah, we struggle a
True.
lot. You know, we are
They get
you know.
I feel like it's an issue of they get trapped into work too much, and not like saying, okay, now I'm taking a break from work. I'm doing me. Let me rediscover who I am without my work.
Exactly.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. That was very insightful. And I hope that if there's someone that wants to be a photographer one day, or someone wants to be a designer, they have a bit of, understanding of where to start and what to expect, nyana, and like how to navigate around it. And another thing before I forget, I just want to know, what do you guys think is the importance of photography or fashion design within the economy? What do you guys think you contribute, or what's the importance of it?
We're not even contributing. We are part of it. There's no economy without us.
You guys are not even. You guys are
no,
part
it's
of
not
it.
like it's born. We are part of this economy.
Mm-hmm.
We are also a significant part of this economy. Simply because, for me, photography is a powerful tool. It's used in corporate spaces for things like marketing. For things like. What's this, presentations, a whole lot of things. It's also used to tell stories. It used to, we were talking about ideology in the morning. You're not aware that photographs are directing you in most of your life.
True.
You know, a simple picture that's a sign in the toilet of a male tells you that it's a toilet for males, it's a toilet for females. So pictures are forever in your head. So in the economy, we're talking finance, we're talking social life, we're talking balance, we're talking all of those
everyday
things.
life.
So
basically.
if we remove ourselves from this economy, I don't know.
We need you guys.
You
Actually, we need you guys.
Can you live without
No,
clothes? Let's be honest. Can you live without clothes?
You can't.
Can you live without fashion? No.
You can't definitely. I feel like in terms of fashion, the way it contributes, it plays a big role because, like, I mean, how many times do you shop a month?
I can't even count.
Yeah, thank you. Then you answered my question.
So
it's that kind it plays that role because, like, money gets circulated around us.
And it was always there. So for me, photography, because now we're talking a concept of a picture. Imagine from back in the years, people used to draw, used to send letters, there used to be a stamp. So that's where we come in, and then we enhance those things to become better and better, So even imagine the biggest part of the economy, which is construction and whatnot, now they need to do surveys and whatnot. And then that's where photography comes in. You need to buy a house, that's where photography comes in. You need to see those photographs. You need your ID, you need your license. Photography comes in, So it's as basic as that.
Yeah.
You don't need to pull a hair out from a scalp to think of an answer to that.
You went in some important clothes because when you speak about construction, I'm thinking of like firefighters. Those clothes that they wear, it's fireproof. You don't get easily burned. But then
you can't just get anyone to do it. You need someone that has experience. You say this material.
It goes with the background information. But I feel like it's somehow beyond the economy. It plays a role in people's life.
Everyday life.
And that's a good question that we need to ask ourselves. Sorry to cut you.
If it plays an important role into somebody else's life, I feel like when that person grows, now knows what to do, and automatically you're going to contribute to the economy back with what you are doing. I feel like the important part is photography takes you back to things that can inspire me as a designer, taking a picture of a glass. As an ordinary person, you just, get glass. But then when I look at it, I'm like, oh wow, I can create this. I can create this certain type of garment. I can use it as inspiration, And throughout that process, I mean, the money is going in the country, eh?
You didn't know Joburg when you came this side, right? I heard you saying that.
No, I didn't.
Before, but you knew Joburg
from pictures.
And
yes.
now you started saying,
and
I
that's
want
the
to
thing.
And she saw me first on pictures.
Exactly.
Because I was wearing a mask.
And that's the thing, because even on those pictures, it probably, if, like, as I'm saying, pictures tell a story. So already I had a bit of an idea what type of life I'll be tapping into, because obviously at home everything is a bit smaller and conservative, but when you see pictures with lights everywhere and you start having that expectation that
so that's why sometimes I focus too much on on social photography,
Wow.
because that's where a lot of fun comes in, because now you teach people that photography is a tool. This is what you can use it for. If you don't imagine, we just lost you, God forbid,
Yeah.
right?
No.
And
No,
you
no
don't
one
have a
lost.
picture to remember you with.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have family pictures, you don't have memories. All your memories are here. Then you have a memory loss, you are gone, you know. So those kind of things, enhancing your home with photographs, that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So social photography is nice when it comes there. Your social events, your weddings, your whatever, you need to remember those things through images that you can really see, you know. And now post photography, it's now comes a lot of things, printing,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and you can even put it, you can now collaborate with Sero, put it on
On
your
your fabric,
clothes,
yeah.
and so many things,
Yeah.
so it's endless opportunities in it.
Possibility, yeah.
That was very insightful. That was really
Thank
insightful.
you.
Thank you so much for the chat, and I hope that even the people that are at home, they got to learn, and especially people that could have an interest rather to be in photography